Point of intersection of two lines using vector. That's the topic of this video. So let's consider two lines given by the Cartesian equations. Let this be the first line and this be the second line. So we have two lines here. Just for illustration, you have two lines. So the two lines are going to meet at this point. Now, the objective of our study here is to see how we can find this point of intersection using these two lines. We know that if this is the equation number 1 and this is the equation number 2 here, the value x, y and z will be the same for both the equations at this point of intersection. So that's the objective and how we're going to apply vector algebra into this. So then every point on the line is of the form x1 plus sa1 comma y1 plus sa2 so on, and the second equation can be written like this respectively. If the lines are intersecting, then there must be a common point. So at that point of intersection, for some value of s and t, we're going to find what is that. But before that, let me show you how you get this. You have here x minus x1 divided by a1. Yep, from here. So let's call this as equal to s, which means each of these will be equal to s. So you can rearrange this. If you take the a1 to the other side, your x will become, x1 will go to the next side. So it will be x1 plus sa1. Similarly, you can assign to this equation equals t, this t here, and using the same method, you will be able to rearrange the points x, y and z as these points. Alright. Now, if at this point both the lines meet, then what happens is your x, y and z value for both the lines should be equal, which means your x1 plus sa1 should be equal to x2 plus tb1. So that's how we're going to solve this problem. So we're going to say that x1 plus sa1 is equal to x2 plus tb1. Similarly, we're going to assign y1 plus sa2 equal to our y2 plus tb2, and similarly the z term. So once we have these three equations, you have now s and t as the variables. So if you're able to use the first equation and the second equation here and solve for s and t, then we can substitute that value of s and t into the third equation here, and if this satisfied, then the point where the value of s and t is, if substitute onto this, then the result that you get is going to be your x, y and z. So in words, by solving any two of the above three equations, we obtain the values of s and t. If s and t satisfy the remaining equation, the lines are intersecting lines. Otherwise, the lines are non-intersecting. Substituting the value of s or by substituting the value of t, we get the point of intersection of two lines. If the equation of the straight lines are given in vector form, write them in Cartesian form and proceed as above to find the point of intersection. So that's how you can find the point of intersection. So let's do an example which will illustrate our problem. So these are the two lines and you're asked to find the point of intersection of these two lines. So as we have seen, we're going to assign this to be equal to s and this to be equal to t. So assigning the first equation equal to s, we can rearrange it as we have x minus 1 by 2 s equals to s. So this will become, you take x minus 1 equals to 2s. By taking the 2 to the other side, Then rearranging this, you will get x is equal to 2s plus 1. So we have that here. So that is our x. Similarly, you can find for y and z. So that's our y and z values. Similarly, for the second equation, equating it to t and rearranging, we get this value. Now, what we will do is, let's take, we know that these values are supposed to be equal, which means 2s plus 1 is equal to 5t plus 4. Similarly, 3s plus 2 is equal to 2t plus 1. So, and 4s plus 3 should be equal to t. So that's what we are going to bring down here too. So now let's solve the first two equations, which is this one and this one. So solving these two, you will get t is equal to minus 1 and s is equal to minus 1. Now if we substitute this value into this, you will get that these values of s and t satisfy the third equation. Therefore, the given lines intersect. So that was very easy, and finding the point of intersection of two lines can be used using the vector method. Finally, substituting these values of t and s onto our respective equation here, the points here, we can bring about that minus 1 and minus 1 is the point of intersection.
Thank you for watching Math Tutorial Anand. Please like, and you can comment if you have any questions, and do not forget to subscribe to get more videos like this.